Hello, and welcome back to John's Echo, where we don't just talk about motivation, we live it. Today, I want to talk to you about something that every single one of us already has, but most never use to its fullest potential, the power within. That deep, untapped reservoir of strength, creativity, resilience, and purpose that lies quietly behind your doubts, your habits, and your fears. Because here's a truth I want you to hold on to from the very start. Your life doesn't change when your circumstances change. Your life changes when you change. Let that settle in. So many people are waiting for something external to save them. A better job, a lucky break, a handout, a perfect time. But success, greatness, joy, meaning, none of it starts on the outside. It starts within. And that's what this video is about, the foundation of all change. Belief, you see, at the core of every transformation, there is one essential spark: belief. If you want to reshape your life, build new habits, grow a business, heal from your past, or create a future that excites you, you must start by believing you are capable of doing it. Now, that sounds simple. But it's one of the hardest battles you'll ever fight, because belief isn't loud, it doesn't announce itself, it's quiet, it lives in your choices. Do you hit snooze again, or do you get up and fight for the day? Do you keep making excuses, or do you finally take responsibility? Do you keep playing small, or do you rise? That's where belief shows up. And here's something I learned from some of the greatest minds, including mentors like Jim Rohn. You are not a tree. If you don't like where you are, move. You have the power. You always have. But most people have trained themselves not to believe, not to try, not to stretch. And the longer you stay in that pattern, the more convincing the story becomes. I can't do this. That's just the way life is. It's too late for me. Other people are lucky I'm not. Those are lies. Not because I say so, but because you know deep down they don't reflect your real potential. Let's begin the shift. So part one is about awareness. That's our starting point. You have to wake up to the fact that everything can change when you decide to change. In the next part, we're going to dive into the most important mindset shift that separates those who stay stuck from those who rise and lead. But until then, I want to leave you with this. If you don't go within, you go without. Let's begin this journey not just to success, but to significance. Welcome back to John's Echo. In part one, we talked about awareness, realizing that the power to change your life begins with changing yourself. Now, let's dig deeper. If you want to unlock that inner power, the first major shift you must make is this: stop reacting to life and start responding with purpose. Reaction vs. response, a game changer. Most people live life in reaction mode. Someone criticizes them, they get defensive. An opportunity shows up, they hesitate. A challenge hits, they panic. They wait to see what the world throws at them, then they respond emotionally. But those who live empowered, leaves those who lead themselves, operate from a different space. They don't react from fear, they respond from clarity. They make decisions from a place of vision, not panic. Jim Rohn said something powerful here. The same wind blows on us all. It's the set of the sail that determines the direction. What does that mean? It means life doesn't play favorites. The wind challenges, setbacks, pain, it blows on everyone. What makes the difference isn't the wind. It's how you set your sail. That's mindset. That's response. That's power, fire from victim to captain to tap into your true potential. You must stop living like a victim of your circumstances and start living like the captain of your ship. Yes, life will hit you hard. Yes, people will betray you. Yes, you will be misunderstood, overlooked, and doubted. But that doesn't mean you collapse. That doesn't mean you stop. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You don't even need everything to go your way. You just need to believe in yourself long enough to take consistent, aligned action every single day. That's what creates momentum. That's what rewrites your story. Response looks like this. Instead of asking, why me, you ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of blaming others, you ask, what's my role in this? Instead of waiting for permission, you decide to move anyway. And the beauty of it is the more you do this, the stronger your mindset becomes. You train yourself to become unshakable. You build what Jim Rohn called the philosophy of strength, a way of thinking that makes you powerful, not powerless. Challenge for you today. Next time life throws something at you, don't react. Pause, breathe, respond with clarity, respond with vision, respond like the leader you were born to be, because how you handle the small moments is how you prepare for the big ones. Welcome back to John's Echo. In part 2, we talked about minds, at the difference between reacting and responding. And now, we turn to the building blocks of real change, your habits. Your life is a reflection of your daily habits. You want to know who you'll become in 5 years. Don't ask your dreams, don't check your bank account, just look at your daily routine. What you do consistently, not occasionally, determines the direction of your life. As Jim Rohn once said, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. And the opposite, failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day. Let that sink in. Small disciplines, massive impact. It's not the big things that change your life. It's the small things done with intention over time. 10 pages a day turns into 12 books a year. 20 minutes of focused work becomes a business. 30 minutes of walking a day transforms your health. 15 minutes of journaling creates emotional awareness. And the best part? You're in control. You don't need permission to start. You don't need anyone's validation to show up for yourself. You just need the discipline to begin and the commitment to keep going. The habit that keeps you stuck. There's one habit that keeps millions of people trapped. It's not laziness, it's not fear, it's procrastination. Every time you say later, every time you say someday, every time you delay what you know you need to do, you steal a piece of your future. Jim Rohn warned us, indecision is the thief of opportunity. You don't need more time, you need more urgency. Your new habit, take immediate action. Here's a habit that changes everything. When you know what you need to do, do it immediately. Make the call, send the email, start the workout, open the book, turn off the distraction. Train your mind to associate clarity with action. This one principle alone will make you unstoppable, because action builds confidence. Action creates clarity. Action becomes momentum. Your challenge: choose 3 daily habits that align with your highest goals. Start small but stay consistent. Track them, protect them, honor them like your life depends on it, because it does. Remember, it's not what you hope for that creates change. It's what you do. Let's talk about the most powerful force driving your behavior. It's not your goals, it's not your environment, it's not even your habits. It's your identity, the way you see yourself. As Jim Rohn once said, you cannot outperform the image you hold of yourself. That's right, you will never rise above the person you believe yourself to be. Your self-image is your ceiling. Think about it. If you see yourself as average, you will make average decisions no matter how ambitious your goals are. If you believe you're not good with money, you'll always find a way to stay broke, no matter how much you earn. If you think I'm not disciplined, guess what? You'll find reasons to quit again and again. That's because your identity silently governs every action, every choice, every reaction. Change the story, change your life. Here's the truth. Your current identity is just a story you've rehearsed over and over again. Maybe you picked it up from your parents. Maybe school or failure reinforced it. Maybe society told you who you were supposed to be. But here's the good news. Stories can be rewritten. You're not stuck with the self-image you inherited. You can choose to create a new one starting today. How to build a powerful identity. Decide who you want to become. Not what, who. Be specific, clear, bold, speak it daily. Use affirmations not as empty motivation, but as intentional declarations. I am disciplined. I am a person of integrity. I am focused and consistent. Act in alignment with that identity, even if it feels unnatural at first, even if it feels like pretending, because when you act like the person you want to become, you're not being fake, you're being faithful to your future. That's not arrogance. That's leadership. Fire identity motivation, forget chasing motivation. It fades. Instead, ask, what would the best version of me do right now? And then do that. Let your identity lead your habits. Let your habits build momentum. Let your momentum shape your destiny. Not just how you feel, but how to use how you feel to fuel who you become. Because here's the reality: emotions are energy in motion. They are not just reactions, they're tools, and if you learn to master them, you master your momentum. Your emotions are clues, not commandments. Most people let emotions run their day like a spoiled child in the driver's seat. They get upset and lash out. They get anxious and procrastinate. They feel tired and scroll for hours. But emotions aren't bad. They're not your enemy, they're feedback. Jim Rohn said, "Don't curse the storm, study it, learn from it, adjust your sails." Feelings are trying to tell you something. They're the dashboard lights of your internal engine, but never mistake a blinking light for a dead car. How to manage your emotional state. Step 1, awareness. Pause and name the emotion. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm overwhelmed. I'm bored. Naming diffuses the emotion. It gives you power over it. Step 2, shift your physiology. Change your posture. Move your body. Breathe differently. Stand tall even if you don't feel tall. Motion changes emotion. Try it. You can't stay mad with a smile on your face and your chest open. The body leads the mind. Step 3, ask better questions. Instead of, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? What is this trying to teach me? How can I grow through this? The quality of your questions determines the quality of your life. Fire emotions follow action. You don't need to feel confident to act confidently. You don't need to feel motivated to move forward. Act first, the emotion will follow. Courage comes before confidence. Discipline comes before desire. Leadership begins inside with emotional mastery. Now let's bring it all home. You've learned the power of thought, the force of habits, the influence of your environment, and the ability to control your emotions. But there's one final piece, the one that makes everything else click. It's the decision to live intentionally. Don't drift. Design. Most people are drifting through life. They wake up without purpose. They react to life instead of leading it. They wait for motivation, for approval, for the perfect moment that never comes. Jim Rohn said, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. So here's your invitation. Stop drifting. Start designing. Your life is a canvas. Paint it with clarity, discipline, and purpose. The path to real power isn't loud. It's not in shouting or showing off. It's in the quiet moments when you choose growth over comfort. When you wake up 30 minutes earlier to study, say no to things that drain you. Stay consistent when no one's clapping. Speak kindly to yourself even when you fail. That's power. True self-respect is built in the shadows when you do what's right, not what's easy. Your mindset creates your world. Let this sink in. Everything in your life is a reflection of your inner world. Your relationships mirror your self-worth. Your discipline mirrors your belief in the future. Your results mirror your habits. So if you want to change your reality, start by changing your energy, your thinking, your mindset. That's where it all begins. Final call to action. This is your moment. Don't just watch motivational videos. Don't just nod and agree. Act, apply, become. You already have the tools. You already have the potential. What you need now is the decision. Decide to take back your power. Decide to become the person you admire. Decide to live by design, not by default, because your energy truly creates your reality and the habit that keeps you stuck. It's waiting for you to outgrow it, so stand up, step forward, and never look back.